According to Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Something massive is happening around Caitlin Clark. The internet is exploding over claims connecting her to a shocking $13 billion deal. But here is the truth. Caitlin Clark did not sign a personal $13 billion contract. The $13 billion figure is connected to Hy-Vee's annual business sales. However, the real story may be even more interesting. Caitlin Clark has become the center of a massive commercial movement. Wilson saw her potential early. Hy-Vee joined the product launch. And Nike is now building her own signature sneaker brand. So the question is simple. How much commercial power does Caitlin Clark really have? Because this is no longer just about basketball. This is about the future of women's sports marketing.
How? In what way? What does she sell out tens of thousands of Wilson basketballs in 40 minutes? I mean, what has A'ja Wilson done to say that she is worth every penny and then?
Let's clear up the biggest misunderstanding first. The $13 billion figure is not Caitlin Clark's salary. It is not the value of her Wilson contract. And it is not a $13 billion endorsement check. The figure is connected to Hy-Vee's annual sales. Hy-Vee became the exclusive retailer for special Caitlin Clark Wilson basketballs. That partnership created enormous attention. And the actual product results were impressive. Caitlin Clark's Wilson basketball collection sold out in less than 40 minutes. That tells us something important. The number may have been misunderstood, but the demand for Caitlin Clark products is absolutely real.
Here, they just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling.
Wilson recognized Caitlin Clark's potential early. The company did not wait for everyone else to catch up. It moved aggressively. Clark was coming off one of the most influential college careers in women's basketball history. Her games were attracting massive attention. Her three-point shooting had become a cultural phenomenon. And Wilson understood that her value extended far beyond the court. The company created basketballs connected to her story, her Iowa career, her dreams, her journey to the Wnba. This was not simply a basketball with a famous name printed on it. It was a product connected to Caitlin Clark's entire story. And fans responded immediately.
Only athlete to have a signature basketball with Wilson other than Michael freaking Jordan. Wilson's head of global partnership said, "We haven't done a deal of this magnitude since we did one with Michael Jordan 30 to 40 years ago."
Wilson executives made a remarkable comparison. They described the scale of the Caitlin Clark partnership as something comparable to the kind of impact the company experienced with Michael Jordan decades earlier. That does not mean Caitlin Clark has already achieved Michael Jordan's career legacy. The comparison was about commercial impact. Wilson saw an athlete with enormous attention, a massive fan base, and the ability to connect with audiences far beyond traditional basketball fans. Then the product launch delivered an immediate result. The first Caitlin Clark basketball sold out in less than 40 minutes. That was the moment the market sent a clear message. Fans were willing to buy.
I don't know that I can name an athlete in recent memory that is sold at this level. And there's the key, folks. Caitlin Clark moves products. Caitlin Clark moves merchandise. And here's what I was talking about too. They met 40 minutes. Tens of thousands of basketballs snapped up almost instantly.
The genius of the collection was the story behind it. The tribute basketball connected to Clark's Iowa journey. The Dreamer basketball represented ambition and inspiration. This gave fans more than one reason to connect with the product. Some fans saw Iowa. Others saw the Wnba. Young athletes saw someone who had turned a dream into reality. That is the power of modern sports marketing. People do not just buy products, they buy stories. And Caitlin Clark has one of the strongest stories in women's basketball.
Shout out to Wilson. I think we all really appreciate what Wilson has done. They seem to be the only business, the only entity that is taken Caitlin Clark at face value for what and who she is and the opportunities that can bring. Fully, completely embraced her, been great with their marketing. Product drops. I mean, I don't even know how many different basketballs now, but they've made multiple product drops with, limited quantity, I guess you could say. They're sold out right away. They keep doing.
Then Hy-Vee entered the picture. The supermarket chain became the exclusive retailer for the limited edition Wilson basketballs. This is where the $13 billion number became part of the conversation. But again, the figure refers to Hy-Vee's business scale. It does not represent Caitlin Clark's personal contract. Still, the partnership was strategically important because Clark's products were not only being sold to hardcore basketball fans online, they were being placed in major retail stores. That meant more families could see them, more casual fans could discover them, and more young athletes could connect with her brand. This is how athletes move from sports stars to cultural brands.
Caitlin Clark lands $13 billion brand collab as WNBA stars bond with Wilson grows deeper. And that's the cool part, man. Shout out to Wilson.
Now we come to Nike. Caitlin Clark signed a reported 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike. The expectations were massive. Fans expected signature shoes, major campaigns, and a huge marketing push. But for a period of time, many fans questioned why Nike appeared to be moving so slowly. Wilson was launching Caitlin Clark products. Those products were selling out. Meanwhile, fans were still waiting for Clark's major Nike product line. That created a growing debate. Was Nike missing the moment? Or was the company simply taking a different approach? Eventually, Nike made its move. Caitlin Clark became a signature athlete, and Nike introduced her signature logo and the Caitlin 1 sneaker. The shoe is scheduled for release in October 2026. So the story is not that Nike ignored Caitlin Clark forever. The bigger question is whether Nike waited too long to fully capitalize on her popularity.
This is a collaboration with supermarket chain Hy-Vee. They rake in more than $13 billion annually. Huge company, just in time.
And then the internet brought Aya Wilson into the debate. This is where the conversation became much more controversial. Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson represent two completely different types of basketball greatness. Clark brings explosive scoring, long-range shooting, and massive mainstream attention. Wilson represents championships, MVP-level dominance, leadership, and established success. Both are incredibly valuable, but social media constantly compares them. Some fans claim every major deal involving one player is a response to the other. However, there is no verified evidence that Aya Wilson's Nike contract was announced because of Caitlin Clark. There is also no verified evidence that Wilson was jealous of Clark's commercial success. Those claims are speculation. The real story is much more interesting. Women's basketball may finally have multiple stars with enormous commercial power.
What this is Hy-Vee has announced an exclusive, yeah, that's right, an exclusive drop of Caitlin Clark's Dreamer and Tribute Wilson basketballs. Very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. They probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but
for years, companies talked about investing in women's sports. But Caitlin Clark's success gave brands something they could measure: product demand, fan engagement, social media attention, and sales. Wilson saw immediate demand for Clark's basketballs. That sends a powerful message to corporations. Women's basketball is not just a social responsibility project. It is a serious business opportunity. The next generation of athletes will be watching. They may demand signature products earlier. They may negotiate more aggressively. And they may understand their own commercial value before entering the WNBA. That may be Caitlin Clark's biggest impact. Not just changing the game on the court, but changing what athletes believe is possible off the court.
This, Hy-Vee says it's making a donation to the Caitlin Clark Foundation in honor of her record. $35,690 will be donated. In Clark's basketball career, she's scored 3,569 points to beat the old record.
Now Nike has the opportunity to take Caitlin Clark's brand to another level. The Caitlin 1 could become more than just a sneaker. It could become the foundation of an entire product line. shoes, apparel, basketball products, and future collaborations. Wilson already proved that fans are willing to buy products connected to Clark's story. Now Nike has to build on that momentum. The biggest challenge will be authenticity. Fans do not simply want another celebrity product. They want something that feels connected to Caitlin Clark, her playing style, her confidence, her journey, and her identity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking WNBA news, shocking controversies, and the latest updates from the world of women's basketball. This is WNBA Courtline, and we'll see you in the next one.